Welcome to Celebrating the Arts. I'm Rebecca Rosales Castillo, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with actor Mena Massoud, who is here to talk to us a little bit about his brand new film, Wish You Were Here, a little bit about his career and what the arts mean to him. So, without further ado, thank you so much, Mena, for being here. Welcome to Celebrating the Arts.
Thanks, Rebecca. Thanks for having me on.
Well, let's get started because this film is truly one heck of a film. How did you prepare to play Adam? And did you collaborate with first-time director Julia Stiles, who also happens to be an actor, to bring your character to life on screen?
Yeah, it was fantastic working with Julia. Her being an actor, she understands the process really well. She understands when to give actors space and when to step in and give guidance. So that was a fantastic process. Before we even started shooting, I had a few conversations with her um, about the role, about the film, about the book, all sorts of things. And I, of course, read the book by Renee. It's a incredible book, and I think an underrated one in
Yes.
a way. It is a USA Today bestseller, but I think it is underrated because it's such a great, easy read, but also just a fantastic story and really well written. And you know, without giving too much away, because the role involves a character who's terminally ill, I did reach out to a family friend of ours, Dr. Mark, who is he's a neurologist, and I spoke to him about the process of what that looks like with patients who have brain cancer, brain tumor, and what does the uh, process look like from when they find out that they have a tumor all the way to when they are getting treated. What are the rates of survival? Things like that. I
Yeah.
wanted to try to portray it as honestly as possible.
Oh, I love that. I love that. This is such a beautiful film, really is. One that you will need your tissues for sure. Which scene was the most challenging to film and why?
A lot of them, but I think the one that really sticks out is after Charlotte brings back Adam and she brings him out from a day out that they have outside of the hospital. And it's not something they should have done probably because he's not really fit to be outside, and he's coming back and he's starting to have a migraine and probably going into an epileptic seizure. And so that was pretty difficult. We shot it for about that whole sequence was probably a 5 to 7 minute sequence. In the film, you only see, a minute and a half of it. But because we shot like 5 to 7 minutes of it, it was pretty intense. And one of our producers, Christopher, his sister went through cancer, brain cancer. And so at the end of that scene, we came out, and I was a mess, but he was also a mess, and it was pretty intense, and that kind of happened quite often because in the second half of the film, it's just the film is filled with scenes like that in the second half. So
Yeah. So bring your tissues for
yeah,
sure.
bring your tissues. Yeah, yeah.
Well, how did you build chemistry with your co-star? Because I feel like the both of you are just like a match made in heaven. Specifically, Mina, on the scenes that were significantly emotionally with weight, that weight that you have to like convey that chemistry. You guys were just incredible together. How did you build that chemistry?
Isabel's just one of those actors that she's been in the industry for a long time. She knows what she's doing. I've been doing this professionally for 14 years now. So I'm just lucky that I got paired up with her. I'm lucky that she was my co-star. She's incredibly generous with her acting and her time. And we had gone out for lunch just once in Los Angeles before we started shooting the film. And then it was really on set where we were building that chemistry and, getting to spend some time together. And, what as an actor, what you want from any actor is just for them to be present with you and attentive and listening. And she did all of that. And so I think it was pretty easy just to be in tune with her. So I'll give all the credit to her. She's just incredible to work with, and lucky that I got paired up with her.
Well, you're pretty incredible too. You seem to have good chemistry with all your co-stars, so
Thank
you
you.
you you
Thanks.
deserve some of that credit. You know, the story considers various love takes, essential questions of soulmates and connections and all that. What do you think the audience will take away specifically from your character, Adam, and why should the audience go see this film?
I think this kind of film isn't made very often anymore. We see a lot of romantic comedies. I've done a few, but romance dramas are harder to come by. And I think cancer has touched so many people, so many people's lives, whether directly or indirectly. And this film is an homage to those people too. I think when we go through something like that, whether ourselves or with family members, there's a lot of grieving and mourning that we sometimes don't know how to deal with. And this film, I think, is going to be a very cathartic experience for people. I think they're going to go watch a film and be able to release some of that emotion that they have. And hopefully they leave the theater feeling a little bit lighter, a little bit more relieved than they when they came in. And I also think it's a story about hope. When you follow Charlotte's character, I think she comes out with hope. So for those reasons, I think people should go see it. And it's an indie film, so we definitely need everybody's support. Go watch it in theaters this week, and we hope you enjoy it.
It's about love, really,
Yeah,
truly. And you know what? Going through this myself, that's what I've discovered. Love.
yeah,
True,
yeah.
true love. From the people
Y-
around you, even from your nurses and your doctors. It's love. So,
Yeah, and positivity. You're a positive person, so I know you'll get through it and come out the other side even stronger than you are. So we're praying for you over here.
oh, thank you so much. So, since you burst into the scene, Mena Massoud, you've had an impressive body of work. Which has been your favorite to play? Musicals, rom-coms, action, voice acting, horror, or something more dramatic like Wish You Were Here?
Oh man, that's a hard question. I like every role that challenges me, and this role definitely challenged me. I think this was maybe the first time in my professional career where I couldn't help but to bring my work home. It was hard to leave it at work. For other roles, it's really easy. But for this role, it was pretty difficult, even for a couple of weeks after we wrapped the film. It kind of just lingered with me, and it's not a happy place to be in, this role especially. So this role was challenging in that way, but also very rewarding. The sacrifice game was really challenging too, just to be able to find the authenticity in this crazy lunatic,
I loved you in
who's
that. That was fantastic.
thank you, thank
You were
you.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. Jude is a crazy, crazy guy. So, and then of course Aladdin was one of the most challenging things I've done either, just because you have to balance so many things, the acting, dancing, all sorts of stuff. Camel riding, stunt work, all of it. So that was challenging in its own right too. So I think any role that I've done that has challenged me, I love. And I hope to keep getting the opportunity to do roles that keep providing me a challenge.
Will we see you direct one day, Mina?
What do you mean? You'll see me
You
direct?
like direct a film yourself?
Oh,
You,
direct a
yeah,
film.
yeah.
I think so. I think it's something I want to do eventually. I think I still have a lot to learn. And I'm enjoying producing. I've produced a few things now, and I continue to produce. So I'm really enjoying that part of it, and it's helping me learn a lot. I think before I get into the director's chair, I wanna learn a little bit more about every aspect of the industry. So hopefully
Hopefully.
someday.
Yeah. I see it in your future. I see it. You're
Thanks.
you're
Thank you.
immensely talented. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of this film. I cannot wait to see it in the theaters. Well, my show is called Celebrating the Arts. And so I always ask this question of all my guests, but I'm going to ask you, Mina Massoud, what do the arts mean to you?
The arts are a way for humanity to keep its humanity, really. I think through all this, we live at a time now where everything is becoming so technological, everything is becoming on our phones, so robotic in a way, quite literally as well, with robots coming out now. Tesla will soon have a robot that I think everybody has in their house. I think that the arts are a way to keep us human. And that's something we talk a lot about in the industry, with the prevalence of AI now and everything. My parents are a little bit older, they're in their 70s, but they see AI videos now and they can't tell the difference. I mean, I still can, I think, a lot of people still can, but the older generation can. And I think the arts are the only way to keep that humanity intact. So for me, the arts are becoming more important now than ever before. I mean, if you look out throughout history, the arts are incredibly important, throughout wars, throughout times of tribulation. But I think now, too, with how advanced technology is going to get, the arts are more important than ever.
If there was a message you could give to that little boy that's listening or looking at you right now that wants to dream of being a Mina Massoud someday, what would you say to him?
I'd say chase your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anyone say no. It's all in here, and I've gone through that too, and I've talked about that before, but I think it's very easy for us to become negative, to be negative human beings. I think we're wired that way because our ancestors were always on the lookout for something that was going to kill them, tiger coming out from the bushes, or they were going to starve to death if they didn't find food quickly. I think we're just wired that way. And we've got to fight to be positive, I think. And I think that's really important. So I would say be positive, chase your dreams, don't let anyone tell you you can't do whatever it is you want to do. And I think as long as you just work hard and never stop, you'll get to where you want to go eventually.
Wonderful. I'm super proud of you. And anything that we can do here on this end to support you, you've got it.
Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate your support. You supported me for a long time now, so I appreciate you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so
Bye.
much for this interview. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Guys, please go see Wish You Were Here. It's out in theaters on Friday, January 17th, all throughout the United States. Please go check it out. It's a beautiful film about hope um, and sacrifice and finding your soulmate and coming out the other side a better person, hopefully. So go watch Wish You Were Here. And it's directed by the amazing Julia Stiles, who is an incredible actor who did a lot of your favorite movies growing up as an actor, but this is her directorial debut. So go see Wish You Were Here.
Let's go on a trip. Okay, where are we going?
Mena Massoud, who has taken us on a magic carpet ride with his impressive performances. There's really nothing he can't do. From live action to romantic comedies to psychological horror to voice acting, and now with his new film, Wish You Were Here, that promises to show his dramatic acting chops, but in the most subtle way. A film and a performance that will soon be a fan favorite. For his art and for his talent, Mena Massoud deserves to be celebrated.